Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. It's Sunday, baby. It's still Sunday. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. This is video 2 of 2. And before we get into the meat and potatoes, just do me a favour. Today is the last day where you can help me help the homeless. There is a link in the pinned comment of this video. We are literally a gnat's penis away from the target that seemingly GoFundMe keeps putting up slightly, but look, the more we get, the more we can do, and you can help me help them, but only help me help them if you can help you first. Anyway, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes. As we're talking about something that keeps coming up in the comments, and that is referencing a paternity test. Charlie Kirk had apparently got a paternity test for his children, questioning whether he was the father of the children. And look, what I will say is I only have certain access to certain things and can only do as much as I can do as a lonely person, all alone, with no team behind me. And yes, on my own, in this chair. Too much. But look, so I'm saying I can only look at so much, and there may be someone else out there, and I'm happy for you to email me and supply me with absolute proof. And I don't mean send me fucking pictures with shadows in them and things in reflections and windows and stuff like that. I'd want real credible evidence. Because at the moment, where this seems to stem from, and what we're going to touch on first is, because another question comes up, and it is, did you ever see Erica Kirk pregnant? Did you ever see that? Well, Erica Kirk has a podcast. I don't know whether any of you, or I know some of you will, but whether all of you know, Erica Kirk has a podcast. She's been doing it still up to present day. She's been doing it for years. There's many, many podcasts on there that you can listen to, and it's called The Midweek Rise Up, which you can literally search mrsericakirk.com, and this is her podcast. And if you go back, there is a lot that is documenting the pregnancy and even the births of the children, and why they decided to be incredibly private about the things that they did around the pregnancy and births of their children. And you can also go onto sites like Rephonic. There are others where you can actually, if you don't like listening, you want to just read and scan through, it will tell you what is said in there. It will give you kind of an overview of what the episode tells you about. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Erica Kirk, the children were fake. I know that there's a lot of people who say, well, you never see their faces. You can Google Charlie Kirk's family, for instance. If we do this in live and go Charlie Kirk children, we'll see what this brings up, and just go to images. There are quite a lot of images of them with their children throughout different stages of their life. They are quite clever in the way that they don't put the faces of the children on camera. There's a few that you just get to kind of see them a little bit. I think there were some of these beach ones, but they are very strategic in the placement of the faces of the children. And I think this is done purposefully. I do think it's done purposefully, because when you look into what Erica says in her podcasts, this is something that they actively wanted to do. And that is that they actively wanted to keep some of their private life absolutely private. They were people who, they understood that a lot of what they did from a business standpoint was out in the open for everyone to see. So from a personal perspective and the children, they didn't want them to be seen. It could also be argued that if Charlie Kirk, for instance, did feel that what he was doing could at some point have ramifications and place his family in danger, then perhaps it was a good decision to do that. But this then spiraled into something else where people are turning around and now saying that Charlie Kirk didn't believe that the children was his. And from what I can see, it seems to have originated from this, which is a report regarding Justin Jefferson, which is an NFL star. WR alleged to support Charlie Kirk's kids once named in paternity suit. And it's like, have people misinterpreted what has been said here? But the story goes that there was this guy here, Justin Jefferson, in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's death, there was a viral post that went out that seemingly suggested that this individual had offered to pay for the children. He was going to give them money to pay for everything, for their education. And here we go. Look, amidst all the sadness about Charlie Kirk's heartbreaking assassination, people are also worried about the future of his wife, Erica Lane Kirk, and their 2 children. According to several media posts, Kirk's net worth at the time of his death was estimated to be around $12 million to $14 million. Not only this, but Kirk was also a real estate investor and owned an estate in Arizona, which is reportedly worth around $4.75 million, just under $1 million on oceanfront condo in Florida, and a Phoenix apartment. So they had money. So from a money standpoint, they didn't really have anything to worry about. But it says, regardless of Kirk's fortune and assets that he left behind for his family, netizens were still concerned about the future of his 2 children, who are under 4 years old. Amidst all the concern around the future of Kirk's children on the internet, a viral social media post claimed that Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson has taken to pledge to support Kirk's children. The post went viral on the internet in no time, and the 26-year-old NFL star started receiving a lot of appreciation and applause. For the uninitiated, the post that is doing rounds all over the internet reads as, immediately after Charlie Kirk passed away, Minnesota Vikings superstar Justin Jefferson immediately stepped in, pledging to pay all living and educational expenses for Kirk's 2 children. This action not only eased the burden on Kirk's family during this time of grief, but also caused a stir on social media, as many expressed their admiration for Justin Jefferson's kindness in this tearful moment. At the moment, Justin Jefferson is trending on social media as netizens praise him for his kind gesture and have begun flooding his Instagram posts with thank you comments. And that seems to be where this came from. Now, the funny thing is, it says, however, what's interesting is that there's no official confirmation on Justin Jefferson's alleged pledge from the NFL star's PR team as of now. Not only this, several publications, including the Star Tribune, Reuters, and AP, among others, have not confirmed the viral claims that Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson has decided to support the expenses of Charlie Kirk's children, after many publications have clearly stated that there is no valid evidence to support the claim that Jefferson pledged to support Kirk's children. Many users have started removing and flagging the viral post. But it was just interesting that around Justin Jefferson as well, there's other stories surrounding paternity suits in his name. And I think that somewhere along the line, these have kind of got entangled in one another and created something else entirely. Now, I could be wrong. I'm open to be wrong. I am open for people to reach out to me and offer me, like I say, real, tangible, credible proof that Charlie Kirk had done a paternity test or was looking to get a paternity test done on his children, and I shall correct my wrongdoing. But as of now, because I see this so much in people's comments and being used to kind of attack and stir up the family dynamic of Charlie around his children and around Erica, it would be wrong of me to pour fuel onto that fire, especially when, from what I can see, it does seem to be a mistake and people are wrong in that. Now, again, I will say, I'm not saying that I'm absolutely correct. I'm saying that this seems to be the case where this came from. And until I was to be shown the aforementioned tangible proof that I'm wrong, I'm right. And Charlie Kirk had no doubts over his the paternity of his children. And with respect of the secrecy around the children, I don't see anything overly wrong, concerning, alarming in that either. Now, that doesn't mean that I trust Erica Kirk, Huggy Wuggy. I feel that there is something else going on here, and the entire situation around Charlie Kirk raises big bushy eyebrows all over the place, and I'm yet to be shown anything that would tell me that the story that we're being told is the accurate version of events. But with respect of offering support to stories that are not credible, not viable, and can be quite damaging to the overall story and muddy the waters further than they already have been, I'm here to try and add a bit of clarity. But love you all. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. Again, you're looking absolutely amazing. And I am going live a bit later. If you want to join me, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you can be told when I am live. And don't forget that comment down in the pinned comment in the comments if you want to help me help others at Christmas. I'm out of here. Love you all. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Mwah.